season of Love During Lockup is officially over, and so is Monique and Titus's relationship, according to Monique. So after the season finale ended, Monique started posting some subliminal posts on her Facebook, and I couldn't tell if she was just like posting these things to get people talking or if anything was really going on. She posted and said, "I hate when people lie, because now I'm going to have to bring out the receipts." So one thing we know about Monique is she will bring out the receipts and drag somebody. And then she said, "This is going to be a long week, shaking my head. Lord, keep me sane." Then she said, "Once I'm off a mother effer, everything they do irritates me." And then she posted and she said she ended up deleting a Facebook status because she would hate for him to make a video on that, because Titus has been making a lot of videos just responding to what people have to say about him on the show and just telling his side. Well, then Monique finally addressed the elephant in the room. She said, "It's funny, a mother effer gotta use me to get bitches. Mother effer's line was dry before the queen turned him up a little bit." Someone commented, said, "Yeah, it was. Tell him to tell you thank you." And Monique said, "Mother effer's so corny, and I've been so player about shit. He must don't know what happened to the last security guard. I'll turn this bitch up, for real." And then someone commented and said, "So is we talking to the cousin who hooked up your cameras or not? I'm trying to catch up." And Monique said, "No, Jamal is just my friend. He really is the only person that checks on me every day because he knows I'm out here by myself. And Titus don't give a F. All he care about is getting followers on TikTok and IG, lame ass." And then another person said, "He did all that for some 304s. I don't like that. Dudes really be sick. I heard he was a weirdo in there anyways. You dodged a bullet." And Monique said, "All that for some social media clout. He didn't get a dime from the show. That's why I don't even be tripping for real." Well, he may have not been paid from the show, but I wonder how much money Monique sent him over the span of their relationship that he got out of her. And then she said, "The only thing that I'm mad about is that he played with my livelihood. He had me move to Ohio, and he isolated me on purpose from my family and friends in Chicago. But it's cool. I know what I need to do." And I even said that in my video when he started acting all controlling and didn't even want her to have friends. I'm like, man, typically when you have dudes like that, it's because they're about to be on some BS and they don't want you going to your friends for advice because they know your friends are going to be like, "Girl, you need to leave his ass." And then someone said, "Definitely a lame." And she said, "Lame as F. I don't know how I ain't noticed this in 2 years." And someone else said, "Are you staying here or are you going to pack it up?" And Monique said that she's leaving and she plans to be back in Chicago by the summer. Like I said time and time again, you can always tell what inmates are in it for the right reasons, because as soon as the season's over, where they're no longer benefiting, whether it be financially or getting attention, whether it be clicks and clout off the TV show on social media, it always seems like the guys who are using the girl, they always dip out as soon as the season ends. Like, if they have a chance that they may come back for another season, sometimes you might see them hang around. It seems like as soon as they find out that they're not coming back for another season, or they can no longer benefit, or it's going to be a while, that's when they decide to dip out if they're not in it for the right reasons. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, Julius, for example. I always felt like he was a user. I was like, just wait till the end of the season. And then once his season ended and was over with, that's when he dipped out, and him and Alexis were no longer together. And Monique, just before her and Titus broke up, she posted that after she went to go visit Titus in the season finale, she revealed that they ended up banning her visits for the next 6 months, which I would be so mad, because she literally moved to Ohio so she could be closer to Titus, but now she can't even visit the man. And I think not only was she banned from in-person visits, I'm pretty sure they banned her video visits too. So she said, "So the minute I walked inside the prison to see Titus, the COs was immediately on bullshit with me. They knew who I was from the show, and they're trying anything to deny my visit. After that visit, I had scheduled another one. A few days later, it was canceled, to then find out that they banned me for 6 months because they seen the cameraman in one of our video visits recording the visit. which I didn't know that was prohibited. Okay, Monique, any time that I've ever done a video visit with someone in jail, it always says across the screen or in the bottom of the screen in big letters, do not record, do not record. So I have a hard time believing she didn't know that they could do that. But I always wondered how the camera crew hid themselves behind so they couldn't be seen in the visits, because sometimes the cameramen be getting all up in there. And she said, so I didn't know that was prohibited, but they ain't gonna worry about me no more anyway. Titus has not addressed anything that Monique has said on social media yet. He made a video a few days ago talking about Monique being banned from visiting him for 6 months, and he's like, I just want to let everyone know that it was not my fault. And then he posted today, and he posted some selfies, and he said, Titus checking in, do y'all think people grow more from pressure or peace? But you know what? I was really starting to think about this, because I'm not going to lie. At the beginning of the season, I was always questioning if this relationship was authentic to begin with, because I just felt like Monique knew better. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? You're the one that said that you would never date an inmate before. You think you would have learned your lesson from Derek, and now here you are like running towards the fire again. And I'm like, okay, I almost wonder if this is just like an actor, like a friend that she knew of. And she's like, okay, hey, you know, you're locked up. Let's pretend we're dating so we can do the show. But as time progressed, you could just tell that Monique seemed like a schoolgirl. And I'm like, okay, it really does seem like this is a real relationship, at least on her part. But now, after finding out they broke up after this season, is it really the case that he was talking to other women? Or is it that they were just fake in this relationship from the jump and they needed an excuse to end things, and it's no better time to end things now and stop dragging it out now that the season's over? So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this relationship was true to begin with? Because I just feel like with Monique, we know Monique's messy ass. Usually she's the type to drop receipts, drag somebody. If he is out here just using you to get his platform up and talk to other women, then what is it that she found that made her feel this way? Obviously she had to come across something. I did see a lot of women being flirty with him in his comments, but I mean, he can't really control that. But I always wondered if Monique was the one monitoring his Instagram, and maybe she somehow got into his inbox and found something. But I'm shocked she hasn't like shared exactly what it was, and it almost makes me wonder, like, does he have something on her, since she's scared to share what exactly it was? Because she was like, oh, I don't want to, you know, like she said earlier, oh, I gotta delete this post because he might make a video on me. Like, what is she scared he's gonna make a video about? That's the real tea I want to know. But you guys let me know what you guys think. And do you guys think if they really were together in a real relationship, do you think this breakup's going to last? Because we've also seen Monique and how many times her and Derek broke up, and how many times she dragged his ass and went back to him before they were finally over with. But you guys let me know what you think about everything in the comments below. It looks like Jamal and Monique are still very close. She's been going live with his cousin Jamal the past few nights, despite her no longer being with Titus. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.